Hey everybody, I have a video on the computer that needs a little introduction. It's a video that I shot a while back that I thought I had lost. And it was on the canvas hammock chair that I got from Pacific Northwest Bushcraft. And in that video I also went over the basic setup for my tarp shelter that is kind of like a baker's tent configuration. Now that's not my idea. I got it from Bushcraft Barton's and I want to say Billy Rue. I will have to link his video and the Bushcraft Barton's video in the description. And they give a detailed how-to on what they did to construct it. I've had several outings with it. I've spent 2 weeks in the rain with it. I've had a fire under it. I've had it with different setup configurations. I've had it with the tripods, 2 tripods at either end. I've had a ridge line hold it up. I've had it tied to frames that I've also tied to trees. So just different kind of configurations to give everybody an idea of what they can do with it. It's very inexpensive to build one of these, and that's kind of why I liked it so much. I have a real hard time with spending $100 on a tarp. It rains a lot here in the Northwest, and I do at times have a fire underneath my tarp or near my tarp, and if I were to get a burn hole in a $100 tarp, I'd be pretty upset. So I think this project only cost about $15. I want to say for the duct tape and the tarp itself. And to me, that's not a steep price, even if you were to build several of these. This one has lasted me, I think I built it back in, I want to say March, and it's still going. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it has a couple of pinhole burns in it, but it's still a functional tarp, and if I were to just take some duct tape and put it over those holes, it would be just as good as new. So the only things that I didn't see in the video that I did add to it were at the top of the triangles on either side. I put a couple of eyelet grommets, and that's so you can run the ridge line through it to hold it up and stand it up without frames. So you don't have to have a frame it's pretty versatile. You still have to have trees to tie it to, of course, but you don't have to have frames. So this is basically just an intro into that video of the lost footage that I thought that I had thrown away or deleted. It turns out it was saved under a different file, so it'll also have some of that footage from the hammock chair video that I shot a while back. One of my favorite YouTube channels is Really Big Monkey, and I think the reason why I kind of latched onto this tarp so well was because his channel shows all the different kinds of shelter configurations and things you can do with a cheap blue tarp. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can go out and have fun. I've really been enjoying this tarp shelter for this last couple of seasons. So stick around and watch the video, and I appreciate everybody watching, your likes, comments, views, and subscriptions. Enjoy the outdoors. I got the standing dead here, and I whittled down to the center, to the dry wood, and I'm using this piece of canvas to catch all my shavings in before I chop this piece up and actually use it for firewood. But it's nice to be able to stand up and feather stick as opposed to being down on the ground. Came back and sawed up the rest of the standing dead. So now I'm going to carry this firewood back to camp here. This really makes it easier. Okay, so now I've taken the same item that I was using to cut up feathers and shavings on, and I went and stuffed it with twig-sized bundles here. You can also take the string out and tie this up and sling it over your shoulder to carry it. I'm going to go ahead and get this fire started, and I'll bring you back when I set my chair up. Now, what I did here today to set this up is I have a beam going between two trees and tied around the trees. This is going to be a 2-stick setup. So you can see that I have my 2 sticks here. These are maple branches off a standing dead. I lashed them at the top and split them apart. And I'm going to hang my chair up to it, and I'll show you how I do that. So I bring it around the back, and I'll just bring it around. And it doesn't take a strong knot to do this. So basically I'm just going to tie a bow knot because it's easy. Just like that. Alright, now with the bottom, I'm going to run my stick through the bottom here. Smoke in the eyes?
Just a bit.
Stop talking, Grant. Gosh, filming. Trying not to smack your cameraman with the pole here. Oh, doggone end.
Shit. Cameraman just took a beating.
Cameraman just took a beating. Cameraman down.
Alright.
Okay, and that's it. So, the reason why you tied it up in the back is because when you sit in this, you want it to lean back. So, you can see that it's got a lot of movement, and if you prefer it to not move at all and not sag or anything, you can lash your bar here and make it to where it doesn't move at all. I kind of like a little bit of give in mine, so when I sit in it, I'm able to adjust to how I'm gonna be sitting in it.
You got a compass in your pack?
I do, yes. So this was kind of a little side project. I saw a video by Bushcraft Barton's. Mike from Bushcraft Barton's made this with his friend Billy. Made this baker's tent. And what they did was they took a 12 by 15 tarp, 12 by 16. And they cut it in half. Here, I'll give you a look at the back and the sides. What they did was they cut it in half, and then the excess, they cut basically 2 triangles, and they taped them up to the sides. Sorry, my backpack's in the way. But what you have here is I used Gorilla Tape to tape up a triangle on the side. Ran it down to the end. Now this is staked out. It's going to take some fine tuning. I need to punch a couple of holes in it and put a couple of places to stake it down. So you have your 12 by 16 tarp, you cut it in half, and then the excess material, you cut the diamonds out of it to tape them on the sides. So you have basically a tent that's enclosed on 3 sides. So you can see I have a roof, an awning, with the fire right there. And put a tarp on the ground, and you're basically set from the elements. It does rain a lot, so this is really going to come in handy for just overnights. I mean, it probably weighs about 5 pounds, give or take, I would say, in that neighborhood. This is the first time I've ever set it up. So you can see I can change the slope of the top of the tarp here, the awning, to get water to fall off, to collect water if I want. But that's it. It was a pretty quick project. I took some pictures last night while I was doing it, because I did it last night, and I will post them with the video. Trying something a little new today for dinner or lunch. I got all their smoked wild salmon chowder from Fish People, and basically you just place this in boiling water. Got some Starbucks here. So if you look at it, you can see chunks of salmon, potatoes, corn, peppers, and probably heavy cream, that kind of stuff. So I'll give this a try and I'll let you know what I think. Thoughts on the wild salmon chowder? Delicious. I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot more than I would any freeze-dried Mountain House or any of that. It's kind of like an MRE. It already has the liquid in it, so I mean you're packing a little bit more weight. But you can carry a little less water, I guess, if you wanted to. The thing I like about this bowl is I don't have to clean it. I just pack it up into itself. It's pretty nice. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.